Ged, let's just get your reaction. The news, half an hour or so ago was put out there about the points deduction that the club's suffered. Your body language tells me exactly how you feel about it. What is your reaction to that news?
I'm devastated, to be honest. We've worked ever so hard to get where we are. 60 points, great achievement for us. 63 points is what the most that they've had in this league, except the year they went up in the playoffs. So we were looking to get to 63 and past that, and now this has happened. Listen, you only have to look at the lads' faces in the change rooms then when they got told. I just felt really sorry for them, and I feel really sorry for the fans that have been here every week. It's just not right.
Do you feel like the football people are being penalised here, perhaps unfairly?
100%. We can't do anything about what's happened. We go out and play on the pitch, and we've done, as I said before, we've done brilliant this season. We really have. All right, lately we've lost a few games, but we've done brilliant all in all. And for that to be thrown at us as well as the other stuff that we've had this season, it's just unbelievable. So the lads have just kept going, and sometimes you get punched that many times you can't get up. So it's really tough.
I know you spoke on Monday, and you've spoken previously about the things you have to contend with as a manager at this football club. This points deduction was suspended previously. It was already kind of hanging over the club. Is it a surprise that this happens? Do these things continue to surprise you in a bad way?
It is a surprise, yeah, because I thought it might be next season with it being so late. If we'd have won the last two games, God knows what would have happened today after getting 3 points taken off today. If we were 6 points further ahead and we're in the playoffs. Imagine that. It's really bad now, losing 3 points, knowing that we're going to struggle to get in the playoffs. But people have just said, yeah, but it doesn't really matter. Of course it matters. We've worked really hard for them points. Every point that we get, we've worked hard for this season. And for people to say it doesn't really matter now because you can't get the playoffs anyway, what a load of rubbish that is. That you go in that change room, tell the lads that they're absolutely devastated down there.
There's probably a school of thought that says it's better to have it now than to start next season -3, or to have had it a month ago when you were right in the playoff mix. You clearly disagree with that.
In hindsight, yeah, it's great. Now we can't get the playoffs, yeah. But I'm devastated by losing the points because I want to get as high as we can in the league and I want to get as many points as we can. So it really hurts, but yeah, we can't get the playoffs now. We still can get the playoffs, but it's going to be really tough. So maybe it is better to get it done now than next season. Yeah, looking at it like that, but at the minute we're not looking at it like that. Looking at it like losing 3 points.
Yeah, and the sporting sanctions thing, points deductions, I think they're more high profile this season than they've ever been, with what we're seeing in the Premier League as well. You've been involved in football all your life. Is it the right way to go about this? Is there a better way to go about it and deal with problems of finance and ownership in English football?
Well, I don't think the football people should be punished. They're not the ones that have been fined, that it's happened because of. I think the bottom line is it's come from the top, hasn't it? I think it should be dealt with up there and not on the pitch, because it's not fair on the club, the supporters and the players and the staff. It's just not fair.
Do you get an opportunity to speak to the owner about these issues? Have you got a line of communication with Jason Whittingham?
I did yesterday. I spoke to him yesterday, yeah. I had a chat with him yesterday. That's the first time I spoke to him, to be honest. And
how did that conversation go?
Very similar to the conversation we're having now. Obviously, we spoke about other stuff as well. We spoke about the embargo on signing players. So hopefully that gets sorted soon. And hopefully the budget for next season. So see how that goes as well.
If that's the first time you've spoken to him and we're in April, is that a concern? Is that something fans should be worried about?
No, it's not a concern at all. It doesn't happen like that at this club. I speak to Ben, CEO. He speaks to him. It's no point in me disturbing him, whatever he's doing in his business. That's Ben's job, and Ben's my link. So if I need to know anything, I go through Ben, which has been great. We've had a great relationship, so there's not a problem in that way. So that's just something you don't need to worry about.
Did you get any reassurances from that conversation about the embargo or about the club's sale position, whether a new owner might be in the pipeline?
Sort of, yeah. So we'll see.
Just on the embargo thing, you talked about long-term planning, medium-term planning being difficult. Can you put deals to players? Can you propose things to players at this point and say pending this being lifted, or does it not work like that? Will they have had a better offer by the time you get round to offering them something concrete?
You can do, yeah. pending. Are they going to wait? Would you wait? I wouldn't. If I've got a bigger offer, you know what I mean, that's guaranteed, what's the point? So there's players that we're speaking to, but obviously when things happen, and now this has happened, it could put them off. We've got 21 players out of contract. I'm not kidding anyone. We've got 21 players out of contract. That's going to be, even if we had all the money in the world, that's going to be so tough. Now this has happened and other stuff has happened, it's going to be really tough.
We've known each other a long time, Ged.
We have.
I know how much you love this game and being involved in it, and I've seen so many times this season as a manager your emotions both ways. Yeah. Has this been harder in a non-football sense than you anticipated or indeed signed up for?
You really asked me that question. Of course it has, yeah. I've had to deal with so much stuff. It's been really tough, but if I ever go on to be another manager in another club, at least I won't have to. I know how to cope with everything. No, it has. It's been really tough. And as I said before, there's only so many times you get punched and you can't get up. And I don't think we're far away, to be honest.
That suggests to me that you're feeling pretty unappreciated, pretty punch drunk to continue that.
Listen, it's not about me as well. It's about the players and the staff and the supporters as well. It's not just me. It's not all about me. It's everyone. I'm thinking about everyone at this minute. They're the same. It's not just me being punched. It's everyone together. And we've got to sort of get around it somehow and be positive and take it into Saturday's game and then the games after that and get some good results and get some more positivity back in the club. But
you're the guy who has to sit here and lead and answer the questions. Is it frustrating?
It is. I'm just telling you the truth. I've always done that. I tell the players the truth all the time. I'm just being honest, and that's just the way I'm not going to change for no one.
In a weird way, do you just really look forward to a game of football this weekend?
Yeah. No, I look forward to training, putting training sessions together. The banter with the lads and going out on Saturday and getting 3 points. We love that. That's what I signed up for, and obviously I'll keep doing that until the very end.
How much character are these guys showing to keep going out there and keep performing and keep doing their absolute best?
Unbelievable. I bet in the last 3 games they give everything they've got. Obviously Stockport Saturday, if it's hard enough as it is, if they get a point they get promotion, don't they? So it's going to be a big party for them, and I've said to the lads, let's go and spoil a party. Let's go there and put a really good shift in. Don't let any of this affect us on the pitch, which it will, no matter what we say, it will, no matter what I say to them. But let's try our best to go out there and give it our best performance, and they will.
Can it affect you on the pitch in a sort of siege mentality, backs against the wall, us against them, positive reaction kind of way?
Yeah, you can turn things around and make it positive for us, and that's what we'll try and do from when we go down in a minute and tomorrow in training. We'll make it positive. We'll have a bit of fun with the lads, and hopefully they'll be right up for Saturday.
The word fun's interesting there. Is it hard for it to be fun at the minute?
It is, of course. We get all this bad news, but you know what I mean. We'll go on the pitch and give it our best shot.
You've got a kind of range of characters in there, I think, from young lads like Fairclough, who came on the other night, right through to really experienced guys, whether they're available to play or not. Do you get a range of responses from players to adversity? Is it a real man management challenge?
It is, because there are a lot of lads who are really quiet. As you say, we've got a lot of young lads in there who've got big characters. So obviously it's hard for the younger and quiet lads to get going when you've got the big characters in the change room. But you know what, the big characters you need them on the pitch, and they will rally round the rest of the troops and keep them going, and keep them in line and keep the standards up, and I'm sure they will for Saturday as well and the following games.
Just on Stockport, how impressive have they been?
Made up for Dave. I know Dave really well. They've been fantastic this year. They come straight up, and looks like they're going straight up again, hopefully not on Saturday.
Yeah, that you've probably experienced it before, I would imagine, to go into a game where there's something to be concluded for the other team, or a cup game or something. It's not something you want to be part of, is it?
I've been that a few times. I've been in the Championship once when we were in the playoffs, and we were away at Millwall, and Millwall had to beat us to get in the playoffs. We were already there. We drew 0-0. We had to run off the pitch. I remember, I'll never forget that. But no, I've been involved in a lot of games like that, but there's no reason why we can't go there and put it back a week for them.
I know we've talked about the uncertainty, medium to long term, but can it be an inspiration to your particularly younger players to see a team on the cusp of winning a league, to see a team on the cusp of promotion and think, I want to be there, I want that to be me?
Definitely. It would be if it was me. If I was playing and I seen them going up, I'd say, why can't I be part of that? and I'd want to be part of that the following year or whenever I can, and I'll give it my best shot. So I'm sure it will, yeah. I'm sure it'll.
I know you said the other night you'll take a look at some players, not wholesale changes, not anything silly, but are there a number of players perhaps that are in the maybe bracket at the moment that you might get a chance to see in match conditions?
Yeah, I'm sure there'll be changes Saturday. Donald's back as well, and Dav's, I'm not sure, Dav trained this morning, but I'm not sure if he'll be available for Saturday or the Saturday after, but there'll be a few players back, a few changes.
Donald Love being back is clearly massive for everybody.
Yeah, that is a bonus for the club. He's a top player. I've been desperate to have him playing. He was brilliant before he got injured, so it's only a bonus for the club. That's one thing we can smile about. And
of course you got Rawson back, and he was in the team the other night as well.
JJ.
Is there just a feeling of if you'd been able to get him back a month earlier, this might have been a different story?
Yeah. You know what, we only had that conversation on the pitch this morning. I was speaking to a few of the players and that, and he was saying if we were, I know a lot of the teams can say that if we had this, we had that, but if we had our squad fully fit, I think we'll be past the playoffs and pushing for automatic.
And just on the sort of bigger picture, I know you can't talk too much about planning for the future because you're not quite sure what's going to happen. Negative experiences, disappointments, games you lose, are they the things that ultimately you take the most from, that you learn the most from?
I suppose so, yeah. You see what some of the players are about when you lose games that you should win, and obviously, but when you win games as well, you learn stuff about people. I mean, it's, as I say, I've never put any of them lads down there in the changing room down. They've done absolutely brilliant, every single one of them for me, and I'm really, really proud of them, and hopefully we can go on to the last 3 games and finish on a high and finish past 63 points.
And we've talked about you picking players up and man management. Who's there for you? Who's there to...
My wife. No, she is, to be fair. She's always by my side. She always give me advice how to pick the team. No, there's no one. That's my job. You know what I mean? And that's what I'm all right. I'm all right with that. I can deal with that. But I need to be there for the players to pick them up, and for some of the staff, and we all rally around together. And we've had some great results, so that's all I want. I'll be happy if we get results.
Can't be easy though. I know with the coaching setup, you've not brought an assistant in yet. You know, you've got a bit of help there, and Dave Fitzgerald I know has made a big difference to you, but to be the figurehead, to be the guy who's in front of the camera here and be on your own without that support network, is that challenging?
Of course it is challenging. Everything in life's challenging. Every job you do is challenging, but listen, I knew what was coming. Well, I didn't know what was coming there. I knew the football side of it, what I had to deal with, so I'm quite happy to carry on.
You don't regret it then?
Not at all. I love every minute of it.
Get money for your old phone, MazumaMobile.com.